It's all right, Rick. I'll do a vocal solo.
But this cheer that went up was just like
Yeah, wow.
went straight through me.
It's okay to be weak, but it's not okay to stay there. I felt like someone was hacking my arm off. Do you know what I mean?
You said
the
you
pain.
broke through a new threshold of pain.
Yeah, it was good.
And then you sort of finish after an hour and you're like, I didn't really think about anything apart from shooting zombies or whatever it is. You know what I mean? I like the fact we've got bits of hair and makeup to do.
Yeah, well, when do we ever do that? Hair and makeup.
It's pretty good that you can't see all the cat fluff on these microphones as well.
It is. It's everywhere. I'm very blessed not to be having a mad hay fever reaction right now.
Is this the first episode? Well, we've interviewed John Fairhurst. I don't know whether this is going to come out before that one or not, but here we are.
Again. In your delightful space.
The Echo Town Podcast.
Echo Town Podcast.
A go.
Talking about everything.
Everything and anything. And nothing.
And absolutely nothing.
But the Chesterfields on the go these days. This is the first episodes of 2026 anyway, that are going to be released in 2026. That's
Brilliant.
my plan. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Fun
times.
I want to talk about your arm.
My arm?
And I want to talk about...
Or is it more my neck?
Gigs. Oh, arm, neck. Yeah, there we go. We could get into that in a second, but what's been new since the last time we recorded these?
When was the last time we did an episode?
So we recorded the first 4 episodes. Right, Dickens. Typical Dickens kicking off. We recorded the first 4 episodes last year, about May time, and then we released them this year a couple months ago.
Right.
Which was quite funny because it's like, well, we both look younger.
Oh, what, back then or now?
You look younger now. I just look dishevelled.
I look younger now than what I did when I was in my 20s.
I'd say so.
I was very stressed.
You looked weathered.
Weathered. Very weathered.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, so what's been new?
What have we done since the last podcast? Water under the bridge.
We've done a fair few gigs since the last podcast.
Yep.
Like you say, we had John Fairhurst on. And we've been...
I got a new chair.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Well, I was flat out with work and other things, and now that's come to an end, primarily because I've got injured, but also because I was bringing it to an end anyways. It was getting to a point where I was like, it's too much now. Doing at the time a lot of painting and decorating, getting some extra cash in that way. I'd been doing a painting and decorating job for probably 6-7 months, maybe longer.
Yeah,
because I did one job and then moved on to another one in this big cottage, really nice area for a couple of friends. Really nice job, really good job. Just chipping away at that for like 3 or 4 days a week, something like that. And then coaching like mobility and movement and things like that as well at the same time. So, but it started to get all a little bit too much because it was like I was coaching in the morning and then doing painting and decorating through the day, getting like 6 hours in of that, and then coming back home and then coaching again in the evening. And then whatever spare time I did have, it was either here or gigging.
Yeah.
So then life became very much kind of like work based, and I was getting to the point where I was like, right, I need to really kind of like dial this back and stop now. So I got to a point where I was like, yeah, I can actually dial it back a little bit. And then just before that happened, I got injured, which is down to probably multiple factors. One is the decorating, looking up at ceilings. Anybody that does decorating probably knows exactly what I'm talking about, or has done it before, where you're holding a roller and your head is neck is back in extension.
I remember trying to get you to, when I was decorating this place, I asked you if you'd come and help me paint, and you were like, no. You're like, no, not a chance.
Was I that blunt?
You were that blunt. You were like, unless you pay me, no.
That's me through and through, isn't it?
You're like, I'll help you with anything else but painting. Yeah, scrubbing the ceilings. Yeah, horrible.
Yeah. I mean, in here, you're quite lucky that the ceilings are pretty low down.
That's
quite
true,
a lot of the jobs, like the ceilings are really high up, so you've got like an extension pole and it's in full length. People don't realise that painting and decorating is actually a very physical job. Like I think a lot of decorators get a lot of stick on building sites and stuff for being like, oh yeah, you know, it's just easy, you just get to do nothing and stare at a wall and it's boring and all that. And it's like, actually, it's very physically taxing.
I think you, years ago, you sort of, I remember you saying that you got snow blindness.
Yeah, from looking at white walls all day.
That's crazy.
I hate it. Like,
you say it affected your vision as well because there's nothing to focus on. If it's just you think about that. It's like people don't think about that.
Yeah,
it's like you look staring at a white wall.
Yeah.
And it's like your eyes are just like, I can't.
Yeah, you're trying to cut in around something, and you just can't seem to.
You're basically just painting a void.
Yeah, effectively. There, I did this massive house over in Morganporth, actually, multi-millionaire's house, all on my own. Had to spray. So went in. I mean, I helped build the house from the foundations up. So I was there 2 years on the site. Doing all like the foundations, doing all the doing a lot of the brickwork. Every single stone on that building, I cut by hand. I had a massive stone cutting machine, which is a massive thing that you put a lot of water into it. You have to wear full waterproofs because it sprays water all over you. Yeah. You know, and you just cutting massive pieces of stone. I have to measure them all out, cut them to size, etc. Make sure the face of the stone's all clean. And
was that the job where we have the gig story from?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, no. We can definitely jump on that in a minute or two. But so did all that whilst gigging, whilst doing music at the same time. This is what people don't see in the music industry is that a lot of musicians. I mean, we were chatting to Saint Sonara, weren't we? That if you have chance to check those guys out, and we should get those guys on the podcast as well. Actually, lovely band. Saint Sonara, fantastic band, lovely couple, and why did I mention them? Oh yeah, I mentioned them because because I was saying that a lot of musicians have multiple jobs. Yeah. And the last from Saint Sonara was saying how she's like running around doing multiple jobs. You know, seems like it's just a constant battle, and that the music is just something that she thoroughly enjoys and loves doing, but also is part of the graft. And it's like that, isn't it, for a lot of musicians? So on building sites, doing all that sort of stuff. I had to spray the entire inside of this multi-millionaire's house. The room upstairs was the same dimensions as a tennis court. So I did all the spraying in the entire building. It's got 5 bedrooms or something stupid like that. And then, of course, all the carpenters come in and all the joiners come in to do the second fixing and scuff all the walls. So then you have to go back in again and do it all over again.
After time, you can't. You said before that you can't just paint over the little scuff, can you? Because then it's an obvious patch.
Yeah, that's it.
So you have to do the whole wall.
Depends
again.
On the paint. Yeah, very paint dependent. So if they've selected a paint that doesn't allow you to do that in general, yeah.
Can you just say we started this podcast without any intention of talking about the ins and outs of decorating?
But here we are. Anyways, they say it's the decorating, potentially partially the decorating that has caused the neck injury and the compression of the discs. For anyone that's had a neck injury like that, I've had a herniated disc in my C7 vertebrae 2.5 years ago. That was actually coming out of the second knee surgery. We believe that under anaesthetic they flopped my head back, herniated the disc, and then about couple of months later, there was the disc has pinched the nerve and resulted in basically severe pain and agony down the left arm and paralysis. And anyways, it took me 2 years to heal from that pretty much fully. I never recovered the full strength of my left arm in comparison to my right.
Mm.
But it's happened again, except this time it's not herniated disc, I've found out. It's the compression of C5 and C6. The herniated disc in C7 is like actually healed really, really well,
yeah.
or it's still healing. But C5, C6 have compressed in my neck and pinched the nerve, the primarily the long thoracic nerve. It's just, like I said, this is potentially come from painting and decorating, or come from coaching as well, coaching movement. I was doing specific movement patterns that flared up like my traps and potentially put a lot of pressure into my neck. And I also fell when I was walking Lofty, and my dog.
Beautiful dog.
Yeah, beautiful dog. He's in the van at the moment. I'd love to have him here. We might bring him in at the end of the podcast.
He's all right with Dickens, isn't he?
It'd be a nightmare right now if it was.
But yeah, he'd be just scrabbling around and
I fell doing that as well, so that caused the jarring. And yeah, it's compressed those two discs, and I've got quite a narrowing space in there as well, which has hit the long thoracic nerve primarily, which basically runs from C5, C6 down through the collarbone into the pec here, pec minor here, goes right through and down into what's a muscle called the serratus anterior. It also goes down the back of here underneath like the shoulder blade into like the upper traps and mid traps. And it's also hit a couple of other nerves which have basically knocked out part of my rotator cuff, bicep and tricep, and then it's gone down into my fingers. So now I'm getting like pretty intense like pins and needles in these two fingers. Pain wise right now I'm actually okay. I'm probably about a 3 out of 10.
That's quite good.
But sensation wise it's a bit like a bit weird, you know what I mean?
Very conscious of it.
But yeah. The other day when I had to cancel the gig, which never happens.
Yeah.
I will play through pain.
Yeah, you have to be falling apart, man.
Yeah,
I've seen you do some gigs in some horrendous conditions.
But that was unreal a couple of nights before that. Like,
yeah.
There's anyone that's suffered severe nerve damage or pain will understand what I'm talking about.
Let's make sure we talk about that gig as well.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
About.
Yeah. I mean, like, there's I get like a irradiation down the arm, known as it's neuropathy. I forget the technical terms, but yeah, the burning sensation. That burning sensation at that time was very intense, super intense. You can't get comfortable. You can't lay. You can't do anything. It's like, how do I, like, you kind of like your body goes into a little bit of a panic mode. Like, how do I get out of this? And then it went from that to like this severe shooting pain that when I say shooting, it sounds like it's like bang, but it wasn't. It was like bang, 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 like that. And it was like
nerve firing.
Yeah, it was all the way. It was just like, where do I put myself?
As I said to you, if it was any, I had shingles in the side of my face.
Yeah.
And that all affects the nerves on the side of the body, and that affected all the nerves in the left hand side of my face and upper neck and shoulder here and chest. And if it's anything like that nerve pain, it was the only way I could describe it was like just lightning bolts, like just like like that, just all in the if that's the sort of bolts that you're talking about.
Yeah, just like so intense, like it's just, and then it was on as well. It just turn on. The pain, it just like someone just ramped it up to like 100%, and you just like, what?
It's extremely rare that you say that you're a 10 out of 10, or extremely rare that you go to A&E for anything, let alone take painkillers or.
Yeah, I've broken bones and had multiple surgeries and stuff like that, and like that was felt like someone was hacking my arm off. Do you know what I mean?
You said
the
you
pain
broke through a new threshold of pain.
Yeah, it was good.
See, the thing is,
you're proud of it.
Yeah,
like sweet.
It's
I
like
can
I
handle
got
this.
through the other side of that.
Yeah, can handle it. I'm good.
you sort of collect these little medals as you go through life.
Yeah,
I
you
think.
do. Yeah, you hit
just like,
thresholds and you're like,
okay,
I've just upgraded.
I survived that. So next time I snap a toe or something, like I'll survive that.
Exactly that. It's like a computer game character, isn't it? The only way you actually upgrade as a computer game character is to go through the game and meet challenges, meet enemies, meet bosses,
Complete levels.
You have to upgrade your character. It's the only way you get new weapons or you get new outfits or whatever you do on games, and all that jazz, and you upgrade your character as you go along, and he gets bigger and stronger, or she gets bigger and stronger, whatever. And it's like that's how this is with life, isn't it? You have to go. The way I describe it is like I've said to people, I'm back under the hammer, back in the furnace.
Yeah.
And what people don't realize is that with a nerve damage is it's invisible. You can't see it. I can move my arm around like this. But I've lost the use of my serratus anterior, which is basically a fan muscle that's literally shaped like that. That goes round your ribs. So it comes round here. It's known as the boxer's muscle. You see it in bodybuilders, like when they pose, there's like this little fan-like muscle just below the lat, just underneath the lat muscle. So you got this serratus anterior, and then your shoulder blade sits on top of that, and your shoulder blade, your scapula. So your scapula, basically that muscle helps your shoulder blade move smoothly around the rib cage when you protract your arm like this. So that's why it's known as boxer's muscle, because that's how they box. They don't stop there, they protract further. So they get this, and that's the serratus anterior that does that job, right? So if that muscle stops working, the scapula no longer moves around smoothly. It pops off and quite literally wings. So it's known as scapular winging. And when you get scapular winging, that basically means your whole shoulder girdle is completely unstable. Like there's zero support. So now my shoulder's clunking, popping, grinding. I might raise my hand, if I try to do, I can't raise, I can do that. On this arm there's like nothing there. That's as high as I can go. So my scapula now is like winging out, and that's good.
So you're that muscle's compensating for the fact that other muscles aren't
working. Yeah, exactly. So then you lose all the stability. So like if I try and raise my arm above my head, I can't. So my arm goes out to the side like this.
Yeah.
So it's out here. I can't actually get it close to my head. So that's like close to my head. That one won't do it. So it's like the sensation's horrendous as well. It's like it's really weird. I feel very, very much for anybody that suffers from, that's paralysis. It's paralyzed the muscles, and it'll take. I know from experience, it's gonna take. It's gonna take a year to 2 years to heal, because with nerve damage, a nerve heals at 1 millimeter per day, which is about an inch per month. So if you lose you lose your whole arm, it's pretty much 24 inch. So you're talking like 2 years, which it was for when I did it last time and lost the use of my tricep and stuff, same arm. But it'll come back.
So it's I'd say it's more of a mental game for you. Obviously definitely. The pain's there and ridiculous. You're struggling
I'm not
to
sleeping
sleep.
At night. My sleep's out of the window.
You're not sleeping.
But
when you rocked up here today, you did not look well. You look pretty vacant. It was one of the reasons why I think you wanted to do this.
Yeah.
It's like this will sort of snap you out of it.
Yeah, for sure. I don't do medication.
No.
Ever. And last time I did. Last time I had the nerve damage, I did. I did gabapentin last time, and I was on it. I can't remember how long I was on it, but then I weaned off of it pretty quickly. Same this time, I'm on gabapentin again, and straight away it's like yesterday, and the day before, I've felt like my mood go dramatically downhill, start to feel like depressed, anxious, nervous. Not so much nervous, sorry, but more depressed, can't be arsed with anything. Don't want to do anything. Just want to disappear and be on my own and stuff. So I'm coming off of that. because gabapentin's brutal.
Mm.
It's like a nerve suppressant.
Right.
It's used on like people that have had seizures and things like that. So long term is very dangerous. So, but I've not been on it long term. I've been on it for a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. I want to come off of it 'cause I'd rather have the pain than feel like this.
And that's
for me.
I mean, yeah, for you to say that, considering how bad the pain's been as well. I'll just maybe we'll look at some alternatives for that.
Definitely.
But yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, you want to kind of like nip that pain as much as you can in the bud, really, because it is brutal.
Because everyone that listens to this will understand sleep deprivation at the least bit. You know,
Definitely.
when you've not got enough sleep, it seems to just amplify everything that's troubling you or going wrong, or like your mood gets affected by it. So it's like you can't get sort of settled and comfortable for any more than 30 seconds. So
yeah, that's it.
You get in little pockets of sleep. But
but I'm the sort of person that I don't let myself sink.
Yeah.
There's moments where I do, you know, everybody does, but I won't sit still. Like the same day I was in A&E at 3 a.m. in the morning being given morphine and it didn't work, and then I had to have other drugs, suppositoried. To try and eliminate the pain. It didn't do much. I was in the gym
the same day.
Same day.
Of course you were.
On a stepper machine. I can't walk. Walking's too bloody painful because of the vibrations. Just laughing then. Walking's too painful because of the vibrations going through the neck. But I discovered, hey, I can go on a stepper machine and do steps.
You were like it when you tore your meniscus and you came out and your leg was in like a massive bandage and brace thing, and then you hobbled all the way down the 38 steps that you lived up, and then walked the sort of half mile, hobbled the half mile to the gym and went up the 38 steps you have to do to get up to the top floor of there. And you just sat on the floor pulling a sled across the floor with a rope, man.
Gina was like my wife. She was like, don't you go to the gym. She was going to work that day, and I was in so much pain. The first surgery was brutal. So I think on the first surgery, I didn't go to the gym the same day. It was like 2 or 3 days later. Might have been the second day. She was like, don't go to the gym. And I was like, yeah, I'm not, I can't even bear weight on it. Like, it's usually a 10-minute walk to the gym from where I used to live, but I crutched it all the way. All the way up the stairs and just found what I could do. I've got video footage of me doing muscle ups on rings with my leg in the brace, going for it. But yeah, this time it's funny because like this you can do barely anything. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like you try and do some legs stuff like walking and you're like, nope. Walking around the house is fine. Yeah, but walking on concrete, like to go somewhere, I'm finding myself walking like at snail's
really
pace,
lightly.
I mean, like whoa. Yeah, but it is what it is. Getting on with it, moving forward.
This is the thing. If there's one thing that I'm proud of you for, and that you've always been, I wouldn't say always been good at, but I think you really don't sit there as a victim.
No.
I think there's been moments in your life when you have done, and it's never...
You have to for a period of your life.
Yeah.
It's okay to be weak. It's okay to be weak, but it's not okay to stay there.
Yeah.
If you can get past that.
I think if you have enough times of proving yourself strong, you do get to that point when it's like you no longer have to sit and be weak.
Or you could even change that. You could even change that instead of being weak. You could change that to being vulnerable. It's like it is okay to be vulnerable. Yeah. But it is not okay to stay in that state of vulnerability. You know, everybody has to expose themselves to vulnerability every now and again and accept it and be like, I'm in this state, I'm injured, or I'm going through this mental and emotional patch. Yeah. And it's like you can receive love and comfort from family, relatives, and friends and stuff for that period of time but if you remain there, that's where it's dangerous.
Yeah.
It's like it has to be like, for me, there's been moments like yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, it wasn't yesterday. It was a few days ago where I just shut down. I was just like, I just need to just stop.
Yeah.
Just like stop, turn everything off, and do nothing. Not feel miserable for myself, just not do anything.
Yeah.
So I did. And then next day it's like, right, let's go, see what I can do.
Yeah.
Find that drive.
It's incredible stuff, man. I'm always blown away by your ability to do that.
But there's certain stuff you have to stop. Like doing the gig the other day, there was no way I was going to drive 4 hours.
Yeah.
Driving's a nightmare for anyone that's had nerve damage in the neck or in your spine in general. It's like something to do with legs and arms. Like you can kind of like position yourself and be like, right, that doesn't hurt. You know, anything to do with the spine is a different story. So like driving is horrendous because of the motion of it. So like a maximum I'm driving now is basically to your house, which is like a 10-minute drive, if that. So like driving all the way to Wales, doing a 4-hour drive there, then loading the gear out, then doing a show. No matter how much you try and stay still on the drums, it ain't happening.
Yeah, it's not happening.
I can't play like in match grip very well at the moment. I can kind of do it, but it's really difficult because I can't grip the stick in that way, and doing this kind of feels weird. Whereas I can, so like when my hand is known as supination, where the hand is facing down, I've can't grip very well like that. It's kind of it's affected in here, but when I flip my hand upside down into supination, I can actually grip a lot easier.
Yeah.
And I can play in traditional grip where the stick goes across.
Right.
Like that.
Yeah,
so doing that actually feels okay. The only issue with that is that I drop my shoulder to do it, which creates more pressure on the neck. So it's like, doing the gig would have been like a nightmare, and then driving home 4 hours would have been, I think it would have topped it right off.
It's weird actually because obviously I went to play the show solo, and I sat down for the duration of the gig. And so I sort of got a little insight into doing a 4-hour drive, then loading in, and then sitting down for the duration of the show, and then doing a 4-hour drive back. And I was like, part way back, I was like, that was quite a lot of sitting.
Yeah,
and
it's
a lot of moving, because I was doing a stomp box as well, so I was shaking my feet, and like I was like, that was quite a lot. So it gave me a new appreciation for you having to go and sort of sit on a drum kit and shake your arms.
Yeah, because you're literally playing for an hour and a half, sat down, wiggling your feet, so it's all hips doing this with your legs.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, when do we ever do that? And then I wondered why I ended up having like chronically tight hip flexors and quads and lower back pain, and I was always like, no, it's not the drumming.
Can't be the drumming.
It's not the drumming. I've always got good posture, and then it wasn't until I started studying the body a little bit more and becoming a mobility specialist did I kind of like realize actually I've done a lot of damage there, because one leg might be doing more than the other leg,
so that makes
as
your
well.
body,
because
I suppose you're automatic. The one thing that I'm grateful that you've always done is spent a ridiculous amount of money on drum stools. I think there was a health expert that was like, spend good money on anything that you sit in, travel in, or lay in. And he's like, then it'll sort of help your body, because those are the moments when the weight's getting distributed or moved around the body.
That's
and I think,
for sure.
I always blew my. I was like, there's like 15 quid drum stools, man, that you can sort of sit on and play drums. And you see these drum stools all over the place all the time. These little rickety shit things.
Yeah, and they cut the blood off to the back of your legs as you're playing.
And then you bought I think the first Tama drum stool that I now use, which I sat on for the duration of the gig the other week. That cost you like a few $100 quid, and then there's 300-400 quid for a drum stool.
I think it was, the one that I've got now is not far off that. But it's all about.
It's still sitting though, and it's still wiggling your legs, which is quite intense. Yeah,
and then I've become more conscious that when I play in traditional grip, I might be leant forward and twisted to the side and then have maybe my neck in an awkward position. It's like any instrument, you know, if you're playing guitar like that all the time, you're going to get some kind of repetitive strain. So it's all about compensating that repetitive strain, doing something else.
All these grunge musicians from way back when, they just like have their guitars like super low slung.
That's it, yeah.
It's like, what's that doing?
Yeah, that's it, yeah. So yeah, since understanding that now, I've gone into doing mobility training, which is strength training, but training the joints, particularly at their end range.
Yeah.
And opening up your end range, so opening up like in your hips, your external and internal rotation and stuff, and basically getting the hip to move properly, because if the hip moves properly, you don't get compensations at the spine or the knee or elsewhere. So it's like that's what's gone on with me for years, is ended up in chronic pain and stiffness and tightness. This is going back a while ago. Because of just repetitive movements and not actually getting the hips to work properly. And then I've spent the past maybe 2 years learning how to open everything up a little bit more, and got myself out of chronic pain, bar a little bit in my upper back, and then which I've discovered that the issue with my upper back, thoracic spine area, is potentially what's caused the neck problem, because I'll be compensating at the neck for the lack of mobility in the thoracic. So I'm now working on the thoracic spine. All makes sense. It's like you work up the chain. Yeah.
You've done from the ground up.
Yeah, you basically for anybody suffering with any kind of pain issue, you tend to start at the hips first, because you fix the hips because they're almost like the foundation. Well, your feet are the foundation, but your hips are the almost like the center point. Yeah. If your hips tilt backwards, forward, side to side, then that's going to compensate in the spine, which is then going to affect the upper back. This is how people end up with like scoliosis, which is what I had quite extensively in my lower back, and then I managed to fix that, and then I'm working on the scoliosis in the upper back and neck. And just kind of like fixing through that as well. You see, that's the thing, is that a lot of people kind of like see, I don't know, I'm presuming, you know, a lot of people will probably see like fit and healthy people like, you know, myself, and go, oh, it's all right for them, they've been doing that since they were kids, or it's all right for them, you know, they're pain free or whatever. And it's like, there's usually a reason why people look the way they look, and it's often, you know, if they're fit and healthy, it's often due to fixing issues. I don't care what I look like. I actually really don't care. It's about how I feel.
It is one thing that a lot of people will talk to me about. They'll be like, oh, your brother's looking awesome and fit, and he's doing this crawling around on the floor business, and he's like, it's crazy, man. Like he's super fit and healthy, and it's like, I'm like, that's like a byproduct of Rob's dedication to fixing his issues.
Yeah, definitely.
Like he's got fit and healthy and strong like that because he's been determined to fix his back issues and his leg issues, etc.
Injuries are a funny thing because they don't stay in the same place. They like to move around,
migrate.
Yeah. They go from there to there, and from there to there. You know, so
you fix one bit and it unbalances.
Yeah, well, that's it. And then you go do something like a load of painting and decorating or whatever, and have your neck in extension, thinking, "Oh yeah, everything's fine," and then discover that you've compressed
the
vertebrae and the nerves and everything, and you're back to square one again.
Dude.
So yeah, it's like worked hard on getting all the strength back in my left arm, doing all the. Started to get all the, you know, it took me, because before I got the initial herniated disc a couple of years ago, I was doing like ring muscle ups and things like that. You just rep them out. You know, I think I did like 12 or 15 in a row. And then that happened, lost all that, couldn't do a push up, couldn't do a pull up, couldn't crawl across the floor, couldn't do any of that stuff, just like lots of pain and stuff.
Complete reset, yeah.
And then rehabbed it all, got it all relatively all back. Got to this point where I'm like, right, I'm going to start really building up the strength now. And then this again, and it's like, okay, reset, start again. But you learn as you go along. You're like,
Yeah.
okay, I know what it is. I know what the condition is with my neck now, so that I know what mobility training I need to do to open up the capsular space in the neck
Yeah.
to create more space for the nerves to travel through. Yeah, it's an interesting journey. So, you know, the dedication, it's like now it's all back to square one, doing very minimal movements.
Yeah.
You know,
And like you say, it's sad because it's one thing that it's opened up for me in my day-to-day life that you sort of walk around and realise. Like, first of all, you're embodying the song "Be Strong, Troop On" to a large degree.
Yeah,
like, it's like you're embodying that. But then I'm like, how many other people are out there being strong and trooping on?
oh,
like
lots.
you sort of just you go
Yeah.
through because like to someone looking at you, it's like, oh yeah, he's fit
Fine.
and healthy.
Yeah.
He's managed. You know, you're walking down the beach on a sunny day, top off. It's like, yeah, he's clearly looking after himself. He's healthy and well.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't think you can sort of like lift a cup above that point there.
Yeah, that way, yeah.
Like and then your arm switches
if
off,
I did it
and
particularly
then
off of a shelf, if I tried to grab
Yeah,
that
if you-
like that, I won't
yeah.
grab it. I don't know if you can see that as a water.
well, that's it. But people wouldn't be able to recognise that, and so what that does is creates an awareness, and you sort of go, well, who else am I just regularly bumping into that's just got something? Everyone nearly, I'd say.
Yeah, everyone.
There's something there that they're dealing with a loved one that's going through something mental.
Yep.
They're dealing with their own pain or their own worries and aches and pain, or they've just been diagnosed with something, and
And then you wonder why some people look absolutely miserable or don't say hello to you when you say hello to them, you know. And it's like,
it can be so easy, especially if you're suffering yourself.
yeah,
And because you're quite outgoing, you wouldn't let people on to be like,
I
how
would
bad
try and
you'd be
avoid
like,
it.
hi mate, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right, this,
I was
that.
like that to the hospital staff.
Yeah,
you know,
it's all good.
yeah, exactly.
Laughing and joking, and it's like no one would be able to know.
Yeah,
But then so like, how many other people are just sort of putting on that brave face?
Yeah.
Or how many people, when you say hello to them and you're nice to them, while you're in a physical or emotional condition that's bad to start off with, and they don't reply hello, it's like, well, maybe they're going through something like 10 times worse.
yeah, definitely, absolutely, yeah. And it's so important to recognize that, and if anything, that reiterates the feeling that I should always treat people with as much love and respect as I possibly can when I meet them.
Yeah.
You know, even when I'm going through something, it's like potentially they're going through something, and just simply a person smiling and saying hello, playing some good music or whatever, you know, it makes a huge difference to that person.
Yeah.
You know, and it's all about spreading that as much as you can, isn't it? You know, and I think that's the reaction that we get with like the music. You know, so many people come up to us and go, you know, I've been going through this really rough time, and you just like took me out of that space, and your music helps me get through this and this. And sometimes for me, I'm like, oh wow, okay, yeah, and it kind of like bounces off of me because I'm like, well, surely it can't be that good. You know, what do they mean? Like, you know, I don't get it. And then you actually sit and think about it, and it's like, well, it is music that is medicine in a large way, you know, to a lot of people.
I think it's authentic music as well, in that it's all been written from a place of our own struggles, and it's just people just don't. People
grab it like that. That's all right.
Yeah, people understand that. They listen to a song and it's like, oh, it's not. They've written this from experience. Something's happened that they're having a struggle with, and that's the song that came out of it. And then if someone else is listening to it and getting some comfort from it, I suppose that's
exactly. Yeah.
So there's probably going to be some more songs come out of this.
A lot. Yeah, I'm sure. I am sure.
I'll get you drumming on them, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm going to check that this is still recording because
I'm
having a lovely conversation. But Dickens looks
there's always that fear when you're doing something like this that
that everything's cut out
and things aren't working. Whoops.
I don't have a backup microphone either.
It needs a little light on it to tell you that it's actually working, don't it?
It's just, it was more the mic because my monitor's on through here, but
It's all right, Rick. I'll do a vocal solo.
Come on then.
You're gonna put some reverb on that.
I haven't. I mean, I was just gonna cut that out and just restart the clip when I came back.
Whenever you walk off stage and leave me off stage, I'm like, you little bastard, come back here. What you doing, man?
Speaking about,
I'm there doing a drum solo, so I thought I'd fill that one in with a little.
No, that was a trumpet solo though. That was nice, man. You need to do that at gigs. You need to do a drum solo with that in. Rob's gonna do his own little jazz solo. Please, can we do that?
Yes.
I think that should. If you liked that drum solo with the trumpets, please, leave a comment, like and subscribe for more. So you put me in a bit of a predicament with you not being able to drum.
Yeah.
In that you're like, I can't go do this gig, and I think it was less the fact that, well, you were just in immense pain, mate.
Yeah.
It was the night before that you were in A&E, and then the next day you were like, they're giving me morphine and nothing touched it. And so then and then you said, it was something like, I've broken through a new threshold of pain I didn't know existed. And then, so then you were just in a different comfort zone entirely, or discomfort zone. And it put me in a position of, well, we can either cancel the gig, or I can go and try and do a solo set and, still play some Echo Town songs. And so I did. I drove the 4 hours. So what it gave me is a new appreciation for people that do the music thing solo for a start, because I'd known to talk to on the journey there. And we have just amazing...
we do, yeah.
I don't think people understand this, but there's not a single moment where we don't stick music on. We don't put music on in the car. We just talk, and it doesn't matter if it's a 20-minute drive, an hour's drive, 4 hours, 6 hours, 7 hour, 8 hour drive. It's like there will be conversation.
You should do the podcast in the van, mate.
We have thought about that though.
Just do it there.
Just like
save us some time.
Tour diaries. It will save us some time. But this is a nice setup. There's no car noise to deal with.
Yeah, it's true.
But just got there and set up a stomp box, set up a loop pedal thing. So did some looping, not extensively. I think I only used that maybe twice. And then the rest was just, I was Dickens barreling out of the apartment. The rest was just stomp box and guitar, or lap slide and some didge. And I managed to jimmy the two didges together, so a little double didge stand. Good. So we're gonna have to do that at normal gigs, aren't we? I thought it was eye opening. And do you know what? I don't think people appreciate this. Like, if me and you are jamming in a room together, there doesn't have to be an audience for me to get as stoked as I get on stage with you at a festival. We could be playing in front of 1,000 people, but I'd still be that stoked in a room with you, because you'd be just beaming and smiling, and we'd be having this little jam on and be like, yeah, man.
We just disappeared,
and it's like, I get all of the energy that I need from looking at your little face behind the kit and watching you do what you do.
Same with you on the guitar and stuff.
So then you take that element away, and I was like, there's no one on stage with me, to sort of be supportive in this endeavour, but also the fact that it was just me and the audience. And I've got to try and do songs that I'm used to you filling out massively with drums, and so like my fear is that it's going to sound a bit thin and whatever, and the stomp box is not going to cut it. But I went for it, and at the end of the first song, I opened with Fire, which was a bit ballsy, but I was just like, I'm just going to break the ice and just, and I was happy with how it was going. And then at the end, like, just everyone was like, just cheered so loud. And you know, when there wasn't much applause, but it was early in the gig, so like everyone had a drink in their hand. And sometimes you listen for applause, and when there's not applause, you forget that people might be holding a drink and they can't clap. But this cheer that went up was just like, went straight through me. Wow. And it was that energy, that same energy, just continued for the entire show. And it was like, it wasn't that didn't need you, but it was like the audience and I was like super honest after the first track. I was like, look, I've had a piss about 10 times backstage. Like I won't go that far because I was like concerned as to how well the gig would go. We don't really get nervous. I don't get nervous anymore. Like if there's something that resembles nerves, it's more of an excitement thing. But I wasn't excited about this one. It was more just an apprehension. It was like, how's this going to go? There was no one to talk these thoughts out with before the show because I'm just backstage by myself. Yeah. And so I found comfort in just having multiple wees. So then I go to that toilet and then I go to that other toilet to make it so I'm not just going in and out of the same toilet. Looking like just that one. I was like, oh, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Thankfully, kudos to the opening band because there was a 5-piece band opening for me: drums, bass, violin, couple guitars, whatever. Brilliant. I was like, wow, they must sound massive. And then it's little old me with my acoustic guitar and a stomp box, and they were amazing because like they understood, they were fans of what we do and they understood the dynamic. And he was like, look, just don't move any of your gear, just leave it all set up in the middle of the stage, you leave it there, we'll set up around you so that you don't have to faff about with anything. Because I think you could tell that I was a bit apprehensive, or just it was foreign territory. Do you know what I mean? My bro's not here and my bro's always here, and it's like, so I was like emotional about it. And then got on stage, like I said, it went well. Played Heat of the Sun second, forgot every single lyric of that ever. It's a very simple song, mate. And half the time I just need to remember literally the first word of the verse, and I've got the rest of it. And I just ended up singing the chorus over and over and just doing harmonica solos in it. And then just being like, and then just partway through the song being like, I have no idea if someone can find the lyrics. But by the end of it, everyone's just falling about laughing. Just everyone's belly laughing and cheering. And that's brilliant. And it was just like, I think they all really appreciated the honesty from the get-go. That's it. It was like, look, guys, I'm used to there being this dude next to me that's just like fattening this up massively and supporting me. Still forget your lyrics. It does my head in, man. It's so funny. I swear to God, I've never. I don't think since writing Wherever You Go, that's one of the classics. Since writing that song, I don't think I've ever sung it correctly. Like I get the verses swapped up.
I love it though. It's authentic, mate. You can't change that. Yeah, but it's the reality of. Excuse me, yawning.
I should probably put a bit of effort into learning some words, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my own song. But it is the reality, though, of performing live, isn't it? Like, unless you spend hours and hours and hours and hours rehearsing and being absolutely perfect, then will you get it right? But we're not about that. We're not about sitting and rehearsing and getting absolutely polished and. So that the album sounds exactly the same as what it does live. Yeah. I mean, I've seen enough bands where it's like you can literally sit there and be like, I know exactly what drum fill's going to come next because I've already heard it 1,000 times on the album. Which is cool because there's some bands that are,
that's a different skill like that.
It's a completely different skill.
Like I don't read music, but I think everyone that can and read while playing is like nuts, man.
That's just not you and me. You and me are about. We grew up on Deep Purple, bands like that would just go off on a tangent for 10 minutes.
15-minute drum
clearly solos. Jamming on the album as well. What is it that?
Are you talking about Child in Time?
Child in Time, Deep Purple. That just goes on, doesn't it?
We should cover that.
Yes. We could totally sing that.
I just want to scream that.
Absolutely. We've got brilliant.
If you're not listening to Child in Time, it's worth a listen.
The long version, it's epic. So good.
There's something about it. It's beautiful. It's good. Just,
back to your performance.
I was just carried, mate. Like that's how it felt. It just felt like everyone carried me, and just I think from being super honest about the scenario, and I told everyone about it and what would because there were a load of people that rocked up expecting you to be there, and then it's just me, and yeah, so I think a lot of people expected the two of us, and then it's just little old me up there, and yeah, it was. I can't describe it. I came away from it like I just don't know what do I make of that.
Well, you sent me a voice message. It was like absolutely amazing. I can't stop yawning, mate. I've had no sleep.
I think it's
last
funny.
3 nights.
I think it's funny. I don't think it's funny that you've not slept. Let's just clarify that. I would love for you to have a nice night's sleep, but
I seem to fall asleep at 8 a.m. I'm like awake all night long, like tossing and turning, and at like 8 a.m. it's like, and then I wake up at 10, just like that.
Now.
Best
we need to start just snatching naps through the day, man.
Yeah, I can't lay down. That's too painful. It's crazy. Yeah, the voice message you sent me was awesome. Like, just you were buzzing from it.
Yeah,
absolutely buzzing.
Like,
I think it's something that you really needed though as well. Like, this is the thing, is that things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
Or not necessarily things happen for a reason. I don't really like saying that, because
I think it's one of those.
It's more like you can make a reason for why something has happened.
It's well, it's not that that's happened for a reason. It's more the fact that I could have easily just cancelled the gig.
You've taken advantage of something.
As soon as you hop outside your comfort zone, like good things can come from that.
That's it.
That's the only place.
There's good things that can come from chaos. You know.
Well, yeah, you only discover like new stuff when you actually go. I'm brave enough to climb over those mountains and see what's there.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's like viewing an injury as an opportunity to rehash life. Like for me, like we'll go back onto that gig bit in a minute, but like for me, like experiencing this injury, it's kind of it's made me stop and made me go, okay. Where do I need to refine? Where can I refine myself physically? Where can I refine myself with the music, with work, with my spiritual self, with all that sort of stuff? It's like where it's a refining process, and it's either you take advantage of that or you shut down and collapse. And you took advantage of the opportunity to go and play a gig on your own and to make the best out of what could have been a crap situation, really. And you went and you performed, and you even said to me that you soaked in the audience a lot more than what you would have done, than what you've done in the past.
Big time.
Yeah, that you looked up and actually, like, because it was only you on stage, you didn't have me to turn around to and have like, oh, that was a good jam.
Yeah.
Or laugh and joke with.
That's the point I was making about me and you. We could jam in here and we'd both get stoked from it.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like that exact same thing. And that's what people comment on when they watch us play. They're like, you're clearly both loving it, loving jamming, because it's like, I'm with my brother, my best mate, and we're just jamming. Yeah. We're like making these cool little riffs up and just having a mess about. You'll do a fill little that I might have seen thousands of times, but it still blows my mind. And then it's like, I'll do a cool little thing on the dig or whatever.
Yeah, we'll just do something completely new.
We'll just
be like, what was that?
What was that? I hope someone was recording that, because I want that to be a song, man. Yeah. And half of our songs have. Well, I think the majority of our songs have come from jamming. Like, it's not like I write something and then go to you, I've got this cool little riff. It's like, we'll jam and something appears. So yeah, those like little stoked moments happen. And like you said, I came away just being like, man, the audience.
Yeah.
The audience
I
is
actually
like,
paid attention to the...
Like I was listening, because it's sort of like when we finish jamming, I look at you and we're both laughing and smiling at each other because we've had fun together.
And you get that feedback from me.
And I get that feedback from you, but you weren't there. And I'm like looking out there, and I was just like, "Wow! Like I can hear this."
You had to feed off of them more.
It's crazy,
and that's like a massive thing, because one of the things that I try and do when I'm performing live, I do have the opportunity to, maybe, I don't know whether I have it more than you, I don't know, but I can look up and soak things in a little bit, and I try to force myself to do that, because sometimes it's easy to kind of put your head down and just be like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, to go into that zone and to just go into a state of meditation with it. That happens a lot to me, where it's like a meditation, it's like I zone out and it's just
caught up in your craft, mate.
It's just happening. You're in a flow state, and it's very important to lock into that. I know I'm in a flow state when I don't think.
Yeah.
And I love gigs where I'm not thinking. I'm just in it. When I'm thinking, I'm in trouble.
Don't make him think.
Yeah. And it's a beautiful place to be when you can lock into that, but it's also even more beautiful place when you can snap out of it for a second and just really soak it in. Take the lights in, take the stage in, take the audience in. Can you lock eyes with someone and be like,
they're vibing.
They're vibing. I can, and there's still to this day, memories where I can remember locking eyes with people in the audience and they're just losing it.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's logged.
Yeah.
It's like...
Or you lock eyes with the guy that clearly never dances at a gig. You see him and you have there's been a few shows where you sort of see him and they're like, this is making me want to boogie, and then you're like, I'm having you by the end of this show. You're gonna break a move, man.
Yeah.
And then by the end, they're just
it's magic, man. I think it is. Music literally is magical in that you can realistically, what are you doing? You're placing your finger on a string and you're plucking it. That's what you're doing, or you're strumming a bunch of strings at the same time.
Yeah.
And for some reason, that makes someone
smile,
cry, dance, break free from whatever's going on in their life. It's magical. It's almost like a type of witchcraft. You know what I mean? And that is like there is almost like you're casting a spell and you're orchestrating this powerful thing. It's like the beat of a drum, dum, 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 dum. It's just like the whole body just goes, what is that?
Something captures
what
you.
What is that?
I think that's why I've always liked the didgeridoo, man, because you start blowing on that thing and it's like it's literally a tree branch.
It's just...
But then you see everyone in there just being like, wow, what is it? Something's happening to me. And it's almost like it just cuts through them and just like messes with their cells.
There's so many people who have come up and been like, that was an amazing show, but the didgeridoo.
Yeah.
And it's like when he plays like a vibration and it rolls through me and stuff. And it's like, it's
powerful stuff. So
really interesting.
To actually soak the audience in like that was and then I'm like, I sort of questioned it because I was like, well, does the audience make that much noise ordinarily? And I'm not listening to it as much as I should be. It's like, we should make a conscious effort moving forward to just sort of like clock that, clock each other, clock that some more.
It's like what you've said I think it was you that said, like, when people wear in-ear monitors on stage, which we do need to get sorted. They have to have ambient mics on the stage so it picks up the sound of the audience so that you get feedback. And for me, I just have normal like ear plugs in, ear protection in,
ear protections,
And the amount of times in between songs I have to like pop it out just so I can hear it, because I'm like, sometimes I'm like, oh, there's no cheer, there's no clap, there's no reaction. I'm talking into the microphone and nobody's reacting, and it's like, that's because I can't hear them.
You don't appreciate
Take the earbud out. It's like, all right, okay, there it is.
Unless you've sat behind a drum kit and thrashed away, you can't appreciate how loud it is.
Oh, it's stupidly
or stood
loud.
Right next to one. Like I sit right next to one, and you're sat right behind one.
Yeah.
It's one of the things that we talk to a lot of sound engineers, and they always thank us for you not hitting drums while they're micing kits up, because a lot of them are like, the amount of times drummers will just be testing their drums and thrashing away while I'm trying to hook a mic on everything. It's like, you'll blow someone's eardrums.
It's ridiculous,
doing that, man.
mate.
Yeah, you give someone tinnitus.
Yeah.
So more earplugs out, more listening to you settle down, eh? More listening to the audience make a noise.
That's it. Yeah.
I think that needs to happen moving forward.
Definitely.
I want to talk. I said about that story when you were block cutting.
Yes.
Because I said about that earlier, and I was like, I'm trying to make mental notes these days of like what I've said and what I want to come back to.
What was? I was in the process of drilling. I was drilling a hole. Yeah, this is a gig story.
Time gig story.
So I was on a building site in Morganporth, and I was at a big SDS drill, drilling into the wall, making lots of noise, and I felt like a vibration in my pocket. And I was like, oh, my phone's ringing.
You felt that while using a big vibrating drill.
Yeah. I mean, I try not to carry my phone in my pocket these days because of the radiation and all that jazz that comes from it. But then I did. And felt it. And then took it out. I was like, oh, I don't know who it is. Answered it. And they're like, oh, hi, is that Echo Town? I was like, yeah, man. Yes. Yeah, I'm Rob, drummer. What's on? And they're like, we're just wondering what you need on your stage for your performance tonight. For your performance today. I was like, performance today? What are you on about? And they're like, you're on stage in a couple of hours.
Like an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that.
I was like, where? What are we? I was like, what?
Covered head to toe
Covered
in
in head to toe in dust and everything. And he was like, who was it? Was it? It was
Keith that
Keith,
rang
wasn't
me,
it?
and we were supposed to be at Tunes in the Dunes.
That's right, it's Tunes in the Dunes, wasn't it? So yeah, Keith was doing
Beach, I suppose.
Keith was doing like the stage tech, wasn't he? All the stage managing and everything. Absolute legend. And he was like, yeah, you're on in like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I was like, oh no way, I gotta get a hold of Rick. So I like hung up the phone. I was like, mate, let me just get a hold of my brother. Hung up the phone, rang you, and you were up the road.
I was literally just like, I 100 yards, 200 yards away in a different house.
I didn't know you were there.
Yeah, I met a friend's house, and he like got me to go, or a friend's like holiday let thing, and he got me to go paint. Like, and I'm not a painter or a decorator, but like they were struggling for people, and I was like, look, man, I'll do it. So I was in there, but we'd been just balls to the wall for like the last week trying to get this place finished for the first guest. So the place is like just mental. And I was painting
There's
away.
No signal down there either.
It's the fact that we both got phone calls there is ridiculous, mate. And then you rang me and you're like, dude, we're on stage in like an hour and a half or something. Like, at Tunes in the Dunes. I'm like, what? That's tomorrow? Because like the booking agent had put it in the calendar on the wrong day.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, shit.
Drop tools.
It's like, mate, Macca, I'm off. I've got to go, man. I've got a gig. So I'm just like covered, because I'm not a painter or decorator, so obviously I'm covered in the shit. And I'm just like fucking paint all down me, paint on my hands. And I just ran out and just jumped in the van with you. I don't know whether I met you down the way or met you back at mine. Anyway, drove out to the unit to load all the gear in. Or wherever we stored all the gear at that point. Anyway, but just lobbed all the gear in the van. Bombed it down there, and it was, I think they were like, yeah, we're just gonna have to get crew to come out and help you. And they sort of basically just fast tracked us to the back of the stage, didn't they? Doors flung up, and there's like 10 people there just grabbing gear, dragging it on the stage, just trying to set stuff up, putting cymbal stands up and dragging guitars up. I think we managed to get set up and started playing maybe 2 or 3 minutes into what the set time was. Or maybe tops 10.
I'm like caked in dust.
You're caked in dust.
In paint and everything. Just like, oh yeah.
But like in just scruffy.
Apparently we had a show.
Didn't realise. And then just had a blast. I can't remember much of the gig, but I just remember it just being hilarious, just everyone laughing, just like, because you're drumming and there's just dust flying off you, and I'm just like, I'm struggling to fret things because there's paint all over my hands.
Hilarious, mate.
It's just funny. There are a few photos from that gig.
There is,
I'll have to try and dig out. There's a lady that sent me some photos not long back. She was like, oh, do you remember this? And there's just her in the middle and me and you just like fucking caked in shit. But yeah, I can't remember what you said about doing block work and painting and decorating up that way, didn't you? And that's the stuff that you think created this issue.
We should do an Echo Town on the podcast. Echo Town, what do they call it? Where you remember stuff. Reminiscing.
Yeah.
Echo Town's reminiscing.
Reminiscing.
That's it.
Reminiscing with Echo Town.
Reminiscing with Echo Town. Just like different gig stories.
Yeah. We do need to.
Some. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
The ones.
All of it.
All of them.
The whole thing.
There's some crackers, man. There's some crackers.
Absolute beauty stories.
I'm tempted to say some now. Like,
do it. Why not?
Or is this a different episode?
It might be a different
Costume change.
costume change.
Not really.
I just look knackered on that one. I was just like,
Yeah, Rob's just equally as knackered on this one. He's still not sleeping. I think we should call it on this one.
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I think
we should do that though.
Just
Echo Town reminiscing.
Echo Town story time.
Let us know if that's a
Story
good
time
idea.
with Echo Town.
Stories time with Echo Town.
Have you got a few in the chamber?
Not at the moment.
I can't remember any.
Depends what chamber you're talking about. And what you're referring to.
I don't even want to inquire further than that. That's the extent of it. Right, well, let's wrap this one up then, bud.
Beautiful, mate. That was good. That was good fun. I'm glad we did that.
I'm very happy we did that, mate, because you weren't in the best shape when you got here.
No.
But as we
You just got to get on with it, haven't you?
You got to get on
I took
with
my
it.
man uphill.
Start talking. You took your man uphill.
I did.
Atta boy.
Nope.
Atta man. Yeah. Keep fighting on, mate.
That's an oral pill, not a suppository.
What if? Yeah, dude. If there's anything that people can take away from this, it's that if you're going through a rough time, just keep. You've got no option.
Yeah, you're in
Half the time, it's like
You're in it.
I'm in it. What can I do? Right, there's this massive long list that I can't do.
Yeah.
I can't do this. I can't do that. I can no longer do that. I can't do my bear crawl anymore. I can't crawl along the floor. I can't do a pull up. I can't do a press up.
Can't do things around the house
and
very
so
well,
many
whatever.
people can easily just sit there and just focus on the can'ts.
Yeah.
I've
lost all the work that
Yeah.
I had, and it's like, well, so yeah, exactly. So what you do is you sit and you go, okay, well, I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. So I want to go find what I can do.
Yeah.
So I went and I was like, I can't walk very well because of the vibration. Thankfully, it's not affecting my legs.
Yeah.
So my heart goes out to those people who do have that.
Yeah.
But I'm able to walk up a stepper machine and I'm able to pull a sled backwards at the gym. And it's like, so if I want to keep myself fit and healthy, I want to do that.
Gotta do that.
You know,
You can have a
on that.
conversation
Yeah, I can
despite
have a
being in pain,
conversation.
so we're doing this.
Yeah, and I can still drum, but without throwing myself around too much. You know what I mean? You know, and I can still do all those things. And it's like, you know, so I'm very blessed with the things that I can do.
What is it?
Very blessed.
What is it that we've been doing a bit recently, Rob? That we've started up doing again, that we've not done in years.
Started playing games.
Fired up the PlayStation, which
Don't tell anyone.
but put it this way, I got PS4, and the thing is that like this to give you an indication of how frequently I play it. Every time I start it up, I have to update everything on it,
And that takes at least an hour.
and it's been like 6 months since I've fired it up, and then I'll be like, just randomly, I'll be like, I fancy just running around. Whatever and
having a laugh.
stuff and driving cars.
No apparent reason.
I fire it up and it's like, got to update, got to install the update. Now you got to update the game, and like an hour passes, and then it's like I can't be arsed now. But we just started taking like at the end of doing a load of Echo Town work and bits and bobs. It's like, let's just have a run around and shoot some stuff and whatever.
Just have a play and a laugh, bit of teamwork.
And it's actually that's been actually really nice
good
because
really
you and I
good.
aren't that great at sort of relaxing and stopping and just chilling out, and I don't watch. I have Netflix and all those other things, but like it's all a waste of money because I don't fucking use it.
Yeah,
I don't watch any of it,
No,
and then I start
don't use
watching a
any of
movie, and I'm like, I can't be arsed with this because it's got so much propaganda and messaging in it that I ain't got time for. It's like movies are ruined for me now.
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
see it all. Don't watch any Disney.
I see
Don't watch Disney.
I see the narrative you're trying to push with that. So I try and avoid all that, and then there's a few things I'll watch, but just playing games with you recently
It's
has
just
been
been really
awesome.
good fun.
It's just been a good laugh, and then you sort of finish after an hour, and you're like, I didn't really think about anything apart from shooting zombies or whatever it is. You know what I mean? It's lovely.
And having a laugh.
And having a laugh, yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Love
good,
it.
man.
Yeah, it's been fantastic doing that. Just having a time out to zone out. I think it's so important. You know, in modern day life, it can be very hectic, very, very, very. You know, we think that we've got to constantly be working, constantly be going, constantly. You know, you know, I know that's a mentality that I've definitely had for years, and it's at a point now where I'm like, you know what, I can actually have a lot of fun, and it's so important to just stop for a minute And that's something that this has done. Is it's gone. Yo, stop, shut down. Just, get your priorities right.
The internet and social media has a really good ability, of just making you think that everyone's productive and doing all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you think, if I've got a free moment, I've got to be grafting on this and doing that, and it's like, no, everyone isn't. Like, you just got to have your little moments of chilling out.
Yeah,
man. Right,
it's really good, beautiful.
We're carrying on talking because we enjoy talking to each other, and here we are. Let's call it
yakking.
Yakking is what we're doing. Right, lovely,
beautiful.
I enjoyed that, mate.
I enjoyed it too.
I love you very much.
Love.
And keep doing it.
To the next one.
Let's
go shoot some zombies.
Let's go shoot some zombies.
Might as well.